Hey, Rodasi Campbell here. One really sweet, vulnerable thing that folks will often ask me regarding their personal growth and their spiritual growth has to do with self-worth and self-esteem. And what I've noticed is you can spend a lifetime actually trying to improve yourself, trying to improve your circumstances, trying to improve your life, your well-being. There's like an infinite number of things you can work on, isn't there? I don't know how to say this without it sounding ridiculous, but the truth is that for so many of the issues that we perceive are going on with us in our life, the underlying issue is really that our attention is directed outward away from ourselves rather than inward toward ourselves. Now, I don't mean that in a way where you're just constantly thinking me, me, me. I mean that in a way where we're seeking for spiritual alignment outside of ourselves. We're seeking for connection to other human beings, to our world, to even a higher power outside of ourselves. I mean that in the sense that I don't believe that there's anything right enough about me right now just yet for me to have the kind of life that I feel that I really hope and dream I could have. And underneath of all of my desires in life, money, things, travel, adventure, relationships, is the desire to have a deep-seated sense of fulfillment and connection, to have a sense of self that is very humble, very still, very silent, very not me, me, me driven. We seek to know where home is. We seek to know the God within, if you will. And so if I am having trouble with my self-esteem, let's say, and that's a habitual thing, which I can relate to, absolutely, then I can go on and on and on trying to improve the way I look, the way I think, the way I feel, the way I behave, my environment, who I spend time with, what I'm eating, all of those things, you know? And I may wind up doing those things anyway, but here's the thing. If I'm doing it from my mind, running on like a wheel, like a rat on a wheel, trying to improve so that I will then be good enough to know peace, so that I then will be good enough to know love, so that I then will be good enough to have self-worth, then I've got it all wrong. That way does not work. It just simply doesn't work, you guys. I've tried both approaches. So what's the alternative? Because who cares about that, right? Like that's the way that the world is encouraging us to do it, and we know that that doesn't work. Otherwise, the world would be filled with super connected and happy people. And it isn't. It's filled with people faking it out there, right? And we ourselves have run around faking it. But what you can find is this grit and determination that hell or high water, no matter what it takes, I want to know if right now there is a peace within me, there is a perfection within me, there is a presence within me, that there is already a sense of connection, that there is already love available right here and now. And if all of that sounds too good to be true, drop me a comment. I'd love to hear about that. And if all of that sounds good, but you want to know how, great, sounds good. How do I do that? Let me know that as well. If you think you already have that figured out, you probably need to move on somewhere else, because I'm not the right teacher for you. I'm not the right, juice for you. You can go explore your mastery somewhere else. But if you know humbly in your own heart that there's more opportunity to let go of all the ways that we protect ourselves, that you protect yourself from being still, completely embodied, completely present to yourself, to life as it presents itself to you, then here's the thing. Self-worth comes from staying with yourself, no longer abandoning yourself, seeking outside of yourself. And the only reason why you've been doing that is because for whatever reason, humanity is at just this place where we've been doing that for a few thousand years or more, you know? And so there are a lot of people on the planet right now who are taking that attention within, and teaching and inspiring other people to do the same thing. And so here's a really practical pearl for you, okay? If you can find a really effective meditation practice, if you can interrupt with your eyes open, your normal MO, and continue to keep coming present and seeing how in love with right now you can be. You need an effective tool, yes. I have needed guidance as well as an effective tool. Some folks who've been down the road before me to keep saying, hey, Rodasi, you know, you're like adding to the painting right now. Just drop a little bit more. And then allowing for yourself to be guided like that and be curious and be fascinated so that you can then keep coming back and keep coming back. And you know what happens when you do that? The old habits of self-worth stuff fall away, and the new habit of just staying present with yourself gives you a sense of dignity and purpose and aliveness and passion and connection that sometimes is very quiet and mundane, and other times just will rock your mind. And you'll wonder how you went from being a scared little child who was so uncomfortable in your own body, so terrified of life, so hell-bent on seeking, and running, to this person who's sitting in the seat of their own sense of worth. But I don't know of it happening very many other ways very quickly or easily. Like I said, you can spend a lifetime trying to, write all of the branches on your magnificent tree of life. Or you can take it to the root, to the source. Getting your eyes closed, playing with some open-eyed exercises, coming present, over and over and over again. And it's a lot more enjoyable to do it that way, I'll tell you that. It's a lot more effective. It's a lot faster to do it that way. But you also have to have some courage and some stick-to-itiveness, because you're going to have to see all the ways that you've been lying to yourself and hustling over here and over here and over here to kind of avoid actually being fully present. And who would have known it? Everything you're wanting is actually in the state of being very present. Connection, fulfillment, love, peace. So I would love to hear from you if you are doing practices to assist you in that, if you feel like they're being effective or not. And if you don't know for sure, then probably it's not working out for you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're not resonating with what I'm saying, let me know. And if you are, let me know too. I want to celebrate being in this sandbox of life with you. I want to celebrate those of us who have boldly, courageously, radically jumped off from that wagon that was taking us out of ourselves and came to a complete halt and took some guidance and put to use some good tools, Rock on. So good to be here with you. Thank you for your time and attention as always. RodasiCampbell.com. Go check it out, see what's there. Join me. Subscribe below if you haven't already, because I'm going to be posting videos like 3 days a week, and I'm really looking forward to tailoring this content, whatever the transmission is going to be, to what you need. I want to be genuinely of service, and whatever I can give, I would like to put these, 19 years of experience to use for you. All right, thanks so much. I hope you're able to, right now, notice how held you are, how the universe has your back. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Peace.